Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're jumping right back into the game. Sorry for these technical issues. We really do apologize. It just that everything's new with the Xbox right now. There are server issues, players remaking lobbies, and the spectator client that we're using is a little bit homebrew. Ravage, could you walk us through what actually happened in picks and bans really quick?
Yeah, so basically what ended up happening here is we had a bit of an issue where we seen the team comp that Juice wanted to run really got banned out hard on the side of Epsilon. They got counterpicked. They also banned out the Willix picks to pick up Bastet, as they saw that was really effective against Juice when XGN used it. Or sorry, when Release used it against them. So they wanted to take that away early. They wanted to pick up the Bastet nice and early. Juice had banned that out last game. So we're not going to see that big tank comp, as Juice wasn't able to actually put that together. Instead, what they've done is they've put a champion versus Sun Wukong that's worked very well against Sealcar in the past. Dust has played Nuwa against Sealcar, and what he's done is he's kind of played to the back of the tower and just leveled up his Fog to max and has cleared wave with Fog. The Fog actually extending almost the entirety of the entire solo lane and does a lot of damage at max rank and clear an entire minion wave. So what ends up happening is Dust is getting full XP and gold while standing back on her tower. Shing talked a lot this weekend at the UMG tournament about how hard of a pick it is for the Nuwa. The Nuwa can't die. It's really hard for the Nuwa to die. With that ultimate to get out of bad situations when Wukong goes for the dive, as well as the ability just to clear away from tower, it's a very safe pick for Dust and something that Dust really likes. Look for him to top player damage at the end because of the global presence and the ability just to poke Sealcar from a distance.
Yeah, so definitely a strong pick there. Do you think Kata is going to be able to pilot this Kronos well?
The Kronos?
Yeah.
Kata plays Kronos nice. The issue being that I think Transonics will outbox him. Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem. I think he's going to get outboxed early, and it's going to be a real problem in that lane. Yeah, I think that's going to be an issue for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of going to favor Transonics there as well. The God too is really going to help him, having an Apollo there against the Kronos early on. I definitely do like that. I'm curious to see Sealcar play the SWK. I'm very confident he will play it really well, but we will have to see how this matchup actually goes. It seems like the pause was a little bit of a miscommunication because they heard about our errors, so it should be over any second now.
Okay, yeah, good for them to have the sense to pause that.
Yeah, no, that was really awesome. So it looks like this isn't like a real terrible pause. It looks like they were just waiting for us to hop on in, and it should be smooth sailing for the rest of the game, just like I've been saying all night, and I have been right every time, haven't I? No issues after I said that, none at all.
Yeah, no, you've been
batting 100 here.
You jinxed us.
Yeah, right. I just believed. I believed a little too hard. My greatest downfall.
Yeah, you're gonna see a trend continue here too, Rich. There's a lot of global presence again from Juice. They're really liking that global comps. Where they've got the global presence with Nuwa ult, the Thor ult, and the Apollo ultimate. So look for that to really be a huge factor here as we go into the early game. Penny going to rock that Chunga, which we've seen the Ubs do really well with. Does have a healing debuff on it, so that should sync up well against the Hades.
Yeah, fun fact, Nuwa, my favorite god in Smite.
Oh, I love Nuwa too. Nuwa's a ton of fun.
I think Nuwa is my favorite god. Quite nasty on Nuwa. Pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, there will be people out there who say, "Who isn't nasty on Nuwa?"
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. It's like bragging about my skills on Soul. But right now we are going to see the pause finally come to an end. We're going to see the builds get started, and these players are going to dive right in. I am so excited for this match, and I am so excited for no more spectator bugs.
Yeah, hopefully no spectator bugs this match. But you haven't experienced anything until you experience me and Ranconius. Me and Ranconius dealt with so many mid-game crashes. We were in a high-hyped game going in the MLG 10K or 5K, and we'd be at 19-20 minutes, things just starting to heat up, and then the game would crash, and then you can't sync back up. So I'd have to wait 19 minutes. I couldn't fast forward. I'd have to wait 19 minutes to get back to that point and go back live.
Oh, man. The worst tech issue I actually ever had was I was at a LAN event for Smite, and the power went out. Oh, that's really bad.
I was going to make a joke about that earlier when you said that it was going to be all the powers come together with MLG and high res, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be so excited that the power is going to go out.
Yeah, that was really bad. Too much energy, too much hype. Short fuse the entire place.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like Hi-Rez is starting to figure out how to make these issues go away a little bit, and I am definitely looking forward to this patch because I think this patch might be the solution that we have been begging for so long.
Yeah, and Hires has always had their share of technical issues they've had to deal with, and I think just they've taken it in stride when these things happen, and they're just getting a lot better. Can I just test my time mark, make sure we're the same?
Yeah, I am at 17, 18, 19 seconds.
Okay, I'm at 22, 23.
Yep. Beautiful.
Good. Okay.
Beautiful. And the game is starting up right now. We are seeing everyone grab their buffs before they get into lane, and we might see a little bit of an engagement going on over here. Let's see.
For first blood on Shame.
Yep, there it is. Not even able to get there quick enough. That's a beautiful kill for Juice. They're coming out hot right now.
Yeah, look at Sealcar. He's going to just try and kite around the auto attacks here from Dust, but here we go. Purified making the rotation. Likely to get a kill here. Sealcar might be able to escape now. Still no rotation to help him out. And that was a...
That Berserker's Barrage manages to clean up Sealcar there. That was a good move by Thor. Definitely didn't want to let that kill slip through their fingers. Juice is now up 2-0. Not even a minute through this game.
I mean, it would have been a good attempt at invade if it wasn't spotted out there by TV. You see TV's positioning on the blue buff there. He saw it. They weren't too far into it, and he was able just to get in there and make that happen. So Sealcar, he's going to buy an early teleport to get back to lane, so he's not too far behind. So that won't set him back, you know, an immense amount.
Yeah, and it does look like XP has already been recovered decently, but not a bad pickup. Getting 2 kills early on before the 2-minute mark, definitely going to be something that will help Juice in this fight against Epsilon.
You're going to see how aggressive Sealcar is. He plays a very aggressive game, and I saw this the last time he played Dustin Lane as the Nuwa. He'll just step in under tower, take the tower shot, and just put the cudgel down on top of her. Pair that up with the strength of Bluestone right now, and that's going to be extremely strong. The real story, however, has to be Transonics and Gilly's push here in the dual lane against Kata and Kenshin.
Yeah, right now they're looking really, really strong. It doesn't look like we're going to see them try to open up yet, but Gilly getting XP in very early here. He's already at level 4, and it does look like Apollo is looking pretty hungry, trying to get some kills up on Kenshin, but Kata's going to return some auto attacks, but not really connect with any of them.
Yeah, here we see Dust pushing up on the wave once again here with that fog. Just look how it burns through the enemy minions there.
Yeah,
such a good ability on Nuwa. Leveling that up first is so good. We're going to see the pluck on Kenshin, though, in the dual lane. A couple auto attacks can be placed down by Transonics. Nothing too major there as Kenshin able to escape there with that dash on the Guan Yu.
Transonics does manage to hit with quite a few auto attacks there, using that passive ability to the best use. And Kenshin is low, but he is on a Guan Yu. We might see a heal come in soon. He's going to try to sustain in this lane as long as he can. Oh, the rotation is coming in. Shame's going to try to punish Apollo for being too far up, but Gilly's going to be able to push him back nice and easy. And Transonics is going to keep trying to push through damage, and it looks like that rotation is going to be a bit of a whiff. And we are seeing Hades and Thor start to move in right now. They might try to engage.
They may look for Chang'e or Bastet on the rotation back, as we see Bastet is at a real low level. There's the wall going to come down, as we said. Here's the Pillar of Agony, but it's not going to do a whole lot of anything. Berserker's Barrage is going to hit Penny as well, down to 3 bars of health, but not going to secure that kill.
A nice hit with that Tectonic Rift. I really did think that we were going to see a kill for Thor there, but it just was not enough. The follow-up wasn't quite there with Hades, but we are going to see TV come into lane right now. Maybe try to get a little bit of damage off on Kronos, or just kind of fill in with Gilly and get his... Oh, there's a nice Tectonic Rift. Does put a little bit of harass down, but mostly just accomplishing clearing those waves, getting Gilly the XP, making sure they don't get pushed back too far. We're going to see TV right now pick up this attack speed buff, get it on the ground.
Yeah, here we go. Purify doing a real good job pushing wave here on the Hades. Not expending too much mana either. He's managing his abilities nicely. He's getting the Blight on the minions with his auto attacks and then clearing it out. He knows that he can zone out Chang'e with that silence and the fear. She doesn't want to risk getting in there and getting hit by the Pillar of Agony. So he's playing that lane very well. Looking at Dust in the solo lane, right now he is bleeding a few minions to the tower. And with that, you're going to see that Sealcar has pulled ahead in gold and a little bit on XP. But that will only last so long. As he levels up his fog, Dust is going to be clearing those waves. He will never miss a minion hit, as opposed to Sun Wukong, who likely is going to miss that big minion on occasion.
Yeah, right now we're seeing everyone just try to lane as efficiently as they can. They want to just try to make sure they're not missing any XP, but it looks like Epsilon is going to try to get off some form of rotation soon. Just that's kind of an indication from the way that they have been playing earlier, and I'm not sure who you want to rotate on right now.
There's not a whole lot you can rotate on. The only person you can rotate on is Transonics, but the thing is, Transonics does have his ultimate to get out of those bad situations. So look for that to be the story. Here we go with Kenshin, just battling over mid camp with Gilly. Actually put a lot of damage there, even with the level disadvantage.
Yeah, the one thing about rotating too onto Paolo, like we already saw how easily he disengaged even without the ultimate. He was pushed up a little bit too far there, and the rotation came in, and he just got right out of there, no problem.
Yeah, he's doing a real good job of just disengaging nice and easy here. It's been a pretty slow-paced game here, besides the first minute there where we saw that invade on the blue buff. So with that being said, look for this game to be nice and cautious. You have a couple late-game carries on either side. Nuwa not wanting to give up lane to Sun Wukong, and Chronos not going to want to give up lane to Apollo either, because, you know, Chronos is that late-game hyper carry.
Yeah, I really think Transonics probably learned his lesson too after he kind of overcommitted a few times. I think he wants to make sure he's in a position where he can kind of get as much sustain as possible, get as much experience, not fall behind.
Yeah, and here we go. Dust actually going to catch Sealcar with the stun with the clay minions there. Dust is really good at aiming those. They're fairly unpredictable. Look at the dual lane, however, as Kata's in a little bit of trouble there. There's a tail whip. Kata just trying to get back over as the Lurking the Waters is popped. Look for that ultimate to come out on Chronos to be timed. No, Transonic's going to get that kill.
Bastet does try to get in. The Mez does go off, though. And looks like they're just going to kind of disengage and enjoy the one kill that they have. That's going to put them up 3-0 with 6 minutes and 36 seconds into this game.
Look at Dust just aggressing on the wave here now. He got that big poke off on Sealcar here nice and early. Sealcar went into the damage boots and pen boots online for Nuwa right now. So she is doing she's at that nice spot right now where she does a lot of burst damage when she hits those clays with the shiny metal. So she'll continue just to abuse Sun Wukong here in lane if he stays low.
Yeah, and Sun Wukong, though, will be able to put up a fight, that is for sure. He can poke very well, but it does look like this match is a little bit favored to Dust, and it looks like this was definitely the right pick for his god. Blue team's going to take the Gold Fury nice and easy, though. That is really going to start to put them in the lead. Looking right now, XP difference 588, but that gold difference already at 2,000 in favor of Juice.
And that's where you need to get your ward placement down as Epsilon, something they've been faltering on quite a lot. You look at the ward, they have a defensive ward, Sentry, on their Harpies, but if they had the aggressive ward there, they would have saw that Gold Fury was about to be started up, they would have saw the grouping. Even a ward on the attack speed would have showed the rotation from Transonics into that mid area.
Yeah, right now we are going to see TV fill in the duo lane, making sure that nothing gets pushed too far back. He's going to back as Apollo starts to make his way back into lane. And we're seeing Dust get absolutely beat on right now. Health definitely getting a little bit low. We're going to see Sealcar try to keep the engagement alive, but Purified is going to pick off Sealcar as they try to kind of keep the fight going on Dust. It just wasn't, it was a bit of an overcommit there. Good rotation overall by Juice.
The abilities there, Rich. He timed them just right. He knew the timer on the cudgel, and he dropped his minions right before that was going to happen and landed the stun on top of Sealcar. Was able to close the gap with Purified, making the rotation.
Yeah, it kind of made a little bit of peel for himself and then kind of hitting that miss just how he needed to. And now we're going to see Shame rock through right now, trying to get a little bit of damage on, but he is going to move right into that Tectonic Rift, and we're going to see Gilly pop his ultimate to try to disengage because Shame is putting damage in, and TV really zones him out effectively by using that Berserker's Barrage there. Not a bad move.
You're going to see the new wall go down there, and that wasn't to secure a kill, but rather that was to give vision, so you knew where the enemy gods were on the side of Epsilon. So you made sure there's no rotations coming for Gilly and Purified, and just predicting the best path for them to get out of there.
Yeah, Transonics in a little bit of a boxing match with Kata, and it's going to be a stalemate. Both of them looking very good right now. Missing some auto attacks, though, but we are going to see Kata ultimately start hitting a few of his moves, getting Transonics a little bit under half health.
Yeah, Transonics taking a lot of poke there from Chronos, and that's the thing. When Chronos starts to hit his abilities, he can do a lot of damage to you. The problem is getting those hit, especially on a mobile god like Apollo. Apollo will be able to dash in and out. As well with his meds, it can be a little bit troubling to try and get up and actually hit him, as he's not going to sit in the minion wave. So are you going to sacrifice your clear to poke at the enemy god?
Yeah, I mean...
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
That Transonics didn't even see him. Came in the blind spot there. He actually just walks in and gets tail whip. We're going to see Kenshin with the dive here. And the ultimate by Transonics to get back out of that situation. And
wow, that does terrible things to the camera.
Oh yeah, that thing will take you on a ride. Here we go. Thor ultimate is up. That'll do terrible things to your camera too. Here's Gilliara coming in right now. He's going to tail whip to lock him down. Shane taking a lot of damage. Berserker's Barrage. There's the Mjolnirs. Is he going to be able to get it? Cats are down.
Nice tectonic rift, but he's taking so much damage from the cats. We are going to see him go down to Kata. That was a nice shot that they did land, and we're going to see Sobek actually go under right now. Gonna try to keep the dream alive, and you know what? Purified's going to be able to pick off Kenshin there.
Yeah, big kill bit there by Purified. Purified has been spot on this game with his rotations. He's been rotating very well by himself. He hasn't been rotating in pairs. He's just been picking up on the map movements himself and just getting into the prime real estate on the map, and he's been very effective.
Yeah, Epsilon is going to pick up their first kill there. First kill on the board, but we do have 5 kills on the board for Juice Gaming.
Yeah, 5 kills there for Juice so far, about a 2,000 gold lead. Nothing too major to talk about right now. The story, however, has to be the Kata does have a kill in him now. He is stacking up that Warlock stash nice and early, doing that for the lane clear. Obviously, just getting some health and some of the power online nice and early on the stacking item. Help with his wave clears, he moves into the mid game.
Oh, is Bastek going to move in here right now?
Yeah, Bastek coming down the Nuwa, but we see the typical Nuwa defense tactic. Walk towards tower, ultimate, and then you're into safety of your tower without even taking so much as a paper cut.
Yeah, and that is definitely going to pay off there. We're going to see Gilly right now in a position where he could potentially be... No, he's not going to mess with this mid camp at all. But we actually are going to see Purified move in, so power in numbers right now. Gilly is at level 9, a little bit underexperienced. We are going to see Purified right now poke a little bit, but barely scratching Penny.
Yeah, Purified not going to do a whole lot to Penny at this point. Penny's going to be able to jump over a lot of these abilities with her too, and it's just going to charge her up with mana. There we're going to see the Tectonic Rift going down with the Mjolnirs. And Gilliara just moving up to zone as they look to get these mid camps. They're going to be hard to take off of Hades. He has excellent clear. Here comes the ultimate from Kenshin. However, he's low already. Med's going to go down him. There's a tail whip. He's going to conviction the heal on up. And lurking in the waters is here as Thor goes down with the pillar bag. And he has 3 ultimates on the side of Juice. Are they going to be able to sustain through this team fight? Sealcar made the rotation.
Yeah, that was looking very good, and we are going to see Apollo run away yet again. Purified might be able to pick off a kill here, but Shame's going to take out Gilly before anything else happens. Purified, you might not be able to get away here. We're going to see Wukong turn into a beast right now, closing a little bit, does get the hit off, and the cudgel comes down, but it's just not quite enough damage. Purified's going to make it back just fine. That's another kill for Epsilon, though.
Yeah, Dust likely to go down here as well. He is going to be caught out as he looks to duel with Kata. The Tiger going to go down there as well. And the one coming out from Kronos as Sealcar, compounding the Tiger with the cudgel right after.
Sealcar starting to return into this game right now. KDA 1, 2, and 1. Hitting level 13 right now, though. Definitely becoming somewhat of a force.
Yeah, Sealcar will just go off now. He's got his kill. He's got 6,700 gold to Dust 6,400. He's pulling out of the lead a little bit. He'll look to put some pressure on this tower, and after that's done, he's going to make these big rotations of team fights over and over again, using the ability of Sun Wukong just to get in up close and personal on the enemy team. And it's something we've seen him do just traditionally on the SWK, and it's been so long since we've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a Sun Wukong in a while, except on the bans list. So it is nice to actually get to see this god again. Very unique playstyle. One that some people don't like too much. High sustain, a lot of poke, clearing waves with your mana. We're going to see right now Sealcar try to engage a little bit, but Gilly's going to be able to get back to the tower just in time. We're going to see a little bit of Juice rotating back around, but it doesn't look like they're in a position to really get an attack off.
Yeah, 4 mana on the side of the map there, solo side for Juice there. It would have been an unfortunate engagement if Sealcar had to go for that one. Communication, the comms obviously picking that one out, and they knew the better.
Right now, who are you favoring?
I still really like the comp on the side of Juice. I think it has a lot of lockdown, but the issue is Sealcar. Sealcar is an absolute monster on that Sun Wukong. We've seen him absolutely destroy enemy teams.
Yeah, right now we're going to see Apollo kind of winning that boxing match with Kata, but nothing too major. But we might actually see a rotation come in, try to punish him for being too far pushed up, but Transonics can get back just in the nick of time. TV with him right now. They're going to pick up this attack speed buff together, looking very strong. Going to move over to Hades and see what's going on in mid lane, and it just looks like everyone's kind of waiting for something to happen. No one wants to be the one to make the mistake.
Yeah, it's a chess match right now, and that's what we'll continue to see here until we get to about the 20-minute mark. We both have teams that have fairly good team comps, right, for team fights. So they're both looking at this as, well, we're going to look to team fight, but the issue with that is it's going to be a chess game right until the 20-25-minute mark.
Yeah, we will have to see. We're getting there, though. 5 minutes until we do get to that mark. Should people be looking to secure an objective like Gold Fury at this point? I know at 15 minutes it does start to be something that is valuable.
Yeah, it's a valuable point on the map right now and something that we'll see contested over fairly hotly until about the 25-minute mark, when we're going to see the Fire Giant side of the map be the real one that's going to have the pressure.
Yeah, but this chess match is just going to continue. It's just going to continue. Who do you think is the best team, though, or which team do you think has the best chance of opening up successfully on that Gold Fury?
For the Gold Fury right now, for objective secure, the better team is definitely the Juice squad. They have the Pillar of Agni to really secure that. Not to mention, though, that there is some objective steal potential on the side of Epsilon if they see fit. They have Chronos with his one is able to secure objectives, as well as Bastet with her cats, and Guan Yu with his horse and the Chang'e. So there's a lot of objective steal over there, that potential on the side of Epsilon.
Yeah, and we're just going to have to wait to see when it actually happens, because we're starting to see the teams move around right now, and they are getting kind of close to the Gold Fury. We may actually see right now Epsilon decide to open up there, or just try to bait out a team fight. Gilly's going to come and check it out. Yeah, this is definitely a bait, and we're going to see the Tectonic Rift come down, not really connect. Puts the wall up there, though. Gilly going to kind of move forward and be a bit of a bully, and it might pay off, but we're going to see his armor get shredded down by Kenshin, and Transonics is there to kind of return some of the blows with his auto attacks.
Look at the soul lane. Look how low both these players are.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't an ult to help out his team. That was an ult to escape on the side of Dust.
Yeah, Dust looking like might be in a position where he needs to go back. Scared to lose minions to the tower, but we are going to see Thor come in, try to support a little bit, maybe get some damage on Sealcar. And yep, TV's going to take down Sealcar without a problem, and Dust is going to decide to just stay in lane and keep clearing as much as he can. And going to go back now that he cleared that wave, and he's going to send his minions right into the tower. And it looks like we're actually going to see a little bit of engagement around the Gold Fury right now. And we are seeing damage come in from both teams. Red team's going to pick up the Gold Fury, and that's exactly what they need to get back in this match. But they are going to lose two players right now.
Yeah, we're going to see Transonics chase down Shane here. He'll easily pick up that kill. Here's the ultimate from the Apollo to close the gap here on Penny. Penny likely to go down. He's going to go and just block off the escape there. Not going to hit anyone with the Apollo ult, but it wasn't necessary. He wanted to make sure that no one was getting away out of that situation. Cat had taken a lot of damage here. TV as well, though, as the passive is coming up for Transonics, and he misses every single auto attack. Here he goes. He's going for the dive. Here is the rivalry between Kata and Transonics. They both play hyper-aggressive on each other. The chess match is real here by the Tier 1 tower. Kata just putting the abilities on their
Transonics deserve to die there. It's as simple as that, but Dust is going to be able to get up and secure that kill with the ultimate all the way from the other side of the map. But definitely Transonics was a little bit, that was a little too much. I know they did get the kill, but ultimately, I don't think that trade was worth it.
No, Transonics definitely got way too aggressive there, and you've seen Sealcar just come in there out of nowhere, TP'd on the tower. This is something that I have to question about Transonics a little bit, is that sometimes his map awareness is off. Like, he lets people come into his blind spots. We've seen it earlier in the game. There was Bastet kind of just walked up on the side of him and just put that tail whip down until he didn't notice until she was like literally on top of him and damage was ticking.
No, Kronos is already picking up those tier 3 beads there.
Look at Shame taking a lot of damage from Dust, but Kenshin making a rotation as well there, Rich.
Yeah, watching Gilly swing around too. Getting here just in the nick of time. Thor's going to engage. Oh, and that is a Berserker's Barrage if I've ever seen one. Does quite a bit of damage. We're going to see Kenshin go up on the horse, the Tectonic Rift, and the Mjolnirs. That's going to bring down Shame to the hands of Dust, though. And then we see Purified. Oh, wow. What an ultimate. Kenshin goes down. We're seeing Sun Wukong go up right now. How is he going to play this?
And here we go. That's the body double for the monkey. Stand in here. Look at Gilly making the rotation around to block the escape. of Penny, and here comes lurking in the water. Sealcar is definitely going to be able to get away from that. That's just going to be used to secure the blue buff.
And that blue buff is taken right now. Sealcar taking quite a bit of damage still, and we are going to see this Juice Squad's going to opt into beating down this tower right now, and they are doing a good job. It looks like it's going to fall now, but Kata does pick up the kill on Transonics. We were not able to see exactly what happened, but it looks like TV is going to continue to be aggressive here. He started to go up, then decides not to, and we see Juice, Purified, and TV decide to move back a little bit, probably because the entirety of the team is about to put on pressure from Epsilon.
Yeah, Kata didn't even have to use his ultimate there in that engagement, and that's unfortunate for Transonics getting a 1v1 in the duo lane. That's something you wouldn't want to have happen. Two carries don't want to get 1v1 by each other, and I'm going to tell you now, two solo laners definitely don't.
Yeah, TV right now, he is at level 16. He's looking pretty scary. He is out-leveling quite a few members of the Epsilon squad, but the main player to look at right now is Guan Yu. Why is he falling behind to level 12?
Guan Yu, just seems to be a story that's developing for Kenshin. He just prioritizes rotations more than he does his farm. And what's ending up happening is he's falling behind. He does a lot of three-man splitting in the mid lane, which is probably another thing. He's not soloing any camps or duo splitting anywhere on the map, and I think that's really what's been the detriment to his XP.
TV with a beautiful Magelner's there, and he gets quite a bit of damage on Shame. He's going to opt into trying to dunk. Will he be able to get past that down? Does not look like... Okay, we're going to actually see Dust get Kenshin down. If Kenshin keeps this up, he might be a liability to his team like he was last time. He really started to feed a little bit. We're going to see Dust take down Shame, too. This is starting to look really good for Juice. They're starting to snowball this into their favor. Right now, they're going to pull back Sealcar out of tower range, bring him down with no problem. Tectonic Rift is going to block out Penny quite a bit, but the damage isn't there to take him down. Kata is going to try to salvage this situation, but this tower might be a lost cause.
Here we go, Purified moving in. He may have his ultimate up here soon. It's been a while since he used it. We're going to see Kata just moving on back, lurking in the water. It's going to be Pop. He's looking for Dust right now. The stun's going to hit absolutely no one. Kata getting way too aggressive there and going to go down to Transonics.
That's the tower, and that's Kata. That is going to be a huge swing in favor of Juice. Looking at the graphs right now, they have taken an XP lead of 7,645 and a gold difference of 5,854. Definitely numbers that are starting to say this game is in favor of Juice.
Yeah, they're starting to run away with this one, really. Like, these last couple engagements look so smooth for Juice. Looks like a different team than we've been watching all night.
I think
they were kind of down now. Leaves you to wonder who gave him the pep talk.
Yeah, it seems like they were just in the locker room and they got that Disney movie speech right now. They're starting to get back to the place that we expected them to be at. And you know what? I'm happy about it because they're an incredible team to watch. Watching them take this game right now and really grab the reins and push it where they needed to push it.
I think you just summed it up pretty well. Disney movie speech. I mean, I wonder if that's what the DM in Brandon's name stands for.
Oh my God. Is
Maybe
that what it stood for the whole time? DM
Yeah.
Brandon in comms
Disney movie
right now.
Brandon.
Wow. Mighty Duck speech from DM Brandon.
Yeah, I think he kind of has some similarities to Emilio, I think.
Honestly, DM Brandon, he would be quite a scary coach. I feel like he'd be quite a scary coach.
He's very critical, but a lot of people thrive off that. Some people don't, but DM definitely. He's very knowledgeable.
That's what I like about him, though.
In the game, he doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Yeah, that's the thing about him that's so incredible is just how critical he is, because what he's saying, it's very knowledgeable all the time, and if you can just take that and really use that to learn, oh, the Tectonic Rift does go down on Penny, but this engage is not one that TV wants to get into right now, and he's going to play it smart.
Yeah, that's for sure. Looking at Dust here now, look at his build, okay? This is what he does every time. He builds that early Spear of the Magus, then he gets his Chronos Pendant for the cooldown with the Pen Boots, and then he gets the Book of Thoth, and he just look at the wave. Look what happens to it.
It's so disgusting. Like, he shot that mist from so far back, too, and you just, like, saw slowly. You saw all of them melt. That wave just melted like week-old butter.
And look at where Sealcar has to stand while this is going down. He has to stand back away from the wave. He has to wait for Dust to do his damage and the wave to come to him, because if not, Sealcar is going to eat that damage. And, there's not a whole lot he can do. Here we're going to see the big engagement in the middle lane as the Gold Fury started up. Here's the new ultimate, and look for the Pillar of Agony to secure that objective. Kenshin going to go down really quick here. Sealcar up in the air on his cloud. Ultimate going to be popped. Look for The focus on Transonics here now as Steelcar lands with the stun is going to be real.
Looking pretty good right now for Juice. That's their second Gold Fury of the game, and they've managed to disengage here pretty well, and Transonics is going to get a kill on the way out onto Kata. Steelcar still pushing some serious damage into Transonics, but we're seeing just how strong of a god Apollo is. This is a strong kit. He is able to get out there, no problem, and they're going to pick up 2 more kills, and a surrender vote is going to start, and it is GG. Wow. I did not expect that. I did not think that it was that far gone. I definitely favored Juice there, but that was a pretty early surrender vote.
That's about as early as I've seen a surrender come out. 24 minutes. It wasn't that bad. It was 9,000 gold. Epsilon was further behind last game.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now, I mean, wow. Okay, so also, Control Room, tell me what you just told me one more time. XGN won game 2. So, did XGN 2-0?
XGN 2-0'd Elevate. Wow. That puts Elevate in a really, really bad situation right now.
That puts Elevate in a terrible situation. And also, Elevate not looking too good. We've talked about this before. Elevate wasn't looking too hot. We really thought it was because of missing that player because they were at the UMG LAN and they kind of got taken down. They were 4th place, correct?
Yeah. Wow. They're in last place on standings right now.
Yeah, that's really, yeah, I mean, they went and they won NOLA. They won NOLA. They won our last LAN tournament, and now they are in last place. And it's going to be an uphill battle for them to actually make it to our next LAN. And XGN just looking incredible. XGN's pretty much secured their place in the top 6.
See, the thing with Elevate, when this thing starts to happen, they tend to make roster moves. So I'm wondering if that could happen here. What Elevate's going to do to make this work for themselves. But XGN, yeah. I mean, they have most games played right now, so they're going to get the top spot.
Yeah.
Eager, obviously, right now is the top team.
Yeah.
The only thing putting XGN ahead of Elevate right now is a tie.
And just the thing to mention, too, Eager looking extremely strong, but they've already secured their place at SWC. So they're sitting in a very good place. Right now, the main reason they want to keep moving forward in the MLG Pro League, besides bragging rights, is the $50,000 prize pool. They want to take 25 grand of that, and they're in a good position to do it.
The thing, though, with XGN is they're not looking unbeatable, is the thing. Okay? They're not looking unbeatable.
I will say,
that's the problem.
every week I watch XGN, they're looking scarier. They're looking scarier each week. Do you think they have hit their peak? Because I don't.
They've hit their peak. They are already SPL pro players, okay? They're going to get a little bit better mechanically on the controller, but these guys already know the game. You are competing with guys who are set in their ways versus guys who are new to the scene, okay? So you have to think that the people who are going to be improving are the Xbox teams, Xbox-only teams.
True, just because of less time spent. Actually, diving back into this game though, let's look at the schedule for Friday one more time, because we just really need to think about Juice right now, because Juice struggling a little bit early on in this game. They kind of came out in both of these games in this entire match. They came out and they looked like the team we expected them to be. Friday, we're going to return with a Juice versus Eager game. Now, that is going to really show, is Juice getting back to where they need to be? Are they going to be able to take down Team Eager? And then at 7:30, they're going to have to play Aware Gaming, and that's a game that they can't lose either of them.
Yeah, Juice is in serious trouble here now. They need to really make sure that they only have big teams left for the most part. Aware's been playing on fire here lately. They've been a very strong team. Their roster moves have really put them in a good situation. They are sitting pretty in the standings right now. They already have their 2 wins. Juice doesn't have even one. So they need to make sure they win that out. They need to give Aware a loss on their board, and that game is worth 4 points for them, not just 2.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. I'm super excited to see those matches, but that's going to be all for tonight. We are really sorry for all of the technical difficulties that we did have, but we saw some pretty good games, had a pretty good time. I'm Rich. That's Ravage. You can follow us at our Twitters. They're at the bottom right there. Ravage, I will see you on Friday, and until then, it's good night. See you guys soon.